Celebrities who died tragically young. Some of the brightest stars left us far too soon. In today's video, we remember the legacies of these young celebrities who died tragically and the impact they left behind. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay with us for more inspiring stories like these. Tupac Shakur, 1971-1996. Tupac Shakur burst onto the music scene in 1991, first as a dancer with Digital Underground, and later that year, he launched his solo career with Tupacalypse Now. Known worldwide as Tupac, Tupac went on to sell over 75 million records, earning his spot as one of the best-selling artists ever. Before his rap career took off, Shakur studied theater at the Baltimore School for the Arts, where he fell in love with Shakespeare. His first film role came in Juice, 1992, followed by roles in Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson and Above the Rim. His acting legacy continued even after his death with Bullet, Gridlocked, and Gang Related. Director John Singleton originally wanted Tupac to star in Baby Boy, but after his passing, the role went to Tyrese Gibson. Singleton paid tribute to Tupac with a mural in the film and by including his song, Hail Mary. In his final years, Tupac became deeply entangled in the infamous East Coast-West Coast rap feud, especially in his rivalry with the notorious B.I.G., or Christopher Wallace. Tensions ran high, and the feud often turned violent. Tragically, Tupac's life was cut short in 1996. He was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting outside a Las Vegas hotel just hours after a confrontation with Orlando Anderson, a member of the Crips gang. Though both Wallace and Anderson denied any involvement, Tupac's death remains unsolved and surrounded by mystery. Marilyn Monroe, 1926-1962. Marilyn Monroe, ranked by the American Film Institute as the sixth greatest film star of all time, remains one of Hollywood's ultimate icons and sex symbols. Born Norma Jean Mortensen in 1926, Monroe had a tough start in life, bouncing between foster homes after her mother was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. She left high school at just 16 to marry her first husband, James Dougherty. Monroe's journey into stardom began with modeling in 1946, and by 1947, she'd launched her acting career. Although her first films struggled to gain traction, Monroe's big break came in 1950 with two supporting roles in The Asphalt Jungle and All About Eve. She made a string of moderately successful movies before skyrocketing to fame in 1953 with Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, where she introduced the dumb blonde persona that became her signature. This film featured her unforgettable performance of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Her 1955 film, The 7-Year Itch, brought another legendary moment with Monroe standing over a subway grate as air blew up her white dress. Then, in 1958, she starred alongside Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon in Some Like It Hot, which became her most iconic role. Behind the fame, Monroe struggled with mental health and addiction issues, which made her reputation on set challenging. Tragically, on August 6, 1962, she was found dead in her Los Angeles home. The coroner's office ruled it as acute barbiturate poisoning, likely a suicide, though mystery continues to surround her passing. Despite her struggles, Marilyn Monroe's legacy endures, cementing her as a true legend in Hollywood history. Heath Ledger, 1979-2008. Heath Ledger's life ended tragically and unexpectedly on January 28, 2008, at just 28 years old. His death shocked the world, especially since he was at the peak of his career and had just completed his haunting portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight. Ledger was found unresponsive in his New York City apartment, and the cause was later determined to be an accidental overdose of prescription medications, including sleeping aids and anti-anxiety drugs. This combination, though not intentional, proved fatal. Rumors circulated that his intense preparation for the Joker role had affected his mental and physical health, leading to profound exhaustion. Known to fully immerse himself in his characters, Ledger reportedly struggled with sleep and had turned to medication to help him cope with the demands of the role. His family and close friends emphasized that while he took his craft seriously, There were no signs he intended to harm himself. Yet the tragic mix of prescription drugs proved deadly. Ledger's passing left a deep void in Hollywood, with many grieving not only the loss of a beloved actor, but of a promising talent gone too soon. His portrayal of the Joker went on to earn him numerous posthumous awards, including an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, accepted by his family on Oscar night in a moving tribute. Heath Ledger's death serves as a sobering reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who seem to have everything. Paul Walker, 1973-2013. Paul Walker's life ended in a devastating accident on November 30, 2013. Known to fans worldwide as Brian O'Connor in The Fast and the Furious, Walker was much more than an actor. He was also a passionate humanitarian. He had founded Reach Out Worldwide, ROWW, a disaster relief organization that mobilized skilled professionals to help in areas struck by natural disasters. Walker had been on his way to a ROWW charity event to support victims of Typhoon Haiyan when tragedy struck. The accident occurred when the Porsche he was a passenger in, driven by his friend Roger Rodas, lost control, hit a tree, and burst into flames. The crash was fatal for both men. Walker's sudden passing left his family, friends, and fans across the globe in deep mourning. Many felt the loss of not only a talented actor but also a kind-hearted individual dedicated to making a difference. Robin Williams, 1951-2014. Robin Williams was a beloved comedian and actor whose extraordinary talent brought joy to millions around the world. Known for his incredible versatility, Williams captivated audiences in iconic films like Jumanji, Mrs. Doubtfire, Good Will Hunting, and Aladdin. His unique blend of humor and emotional depth made him a cherished figure in the entertainment industry, earning him numerous accolades, including an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for Good Will Hunting. Despite his immense success and ability to make people laugh, Williams openly shared his struggles with mental health, including battles with depression and anxiety. He often used his platform to raise awareness about these issues, advocating for the importance of mental health care and understanding. Tragically, on August 11, 2014, Williams's life ended in a heartbreaking manner. He was found dead in his home, and the cause was later determined to be suicide resulting from the effects of Lewy body dementia, a progressive brain disease that can cause severe cognitive impairment and emotional distress. His passing shocked the world and sparked a global conversation about mental health, the often hidden struggles many face, and the importance of seeking help. Bruce Lee, 1940-1973. Bruce Lee is widely regarded as the most significant icon in martial arts cinema, breaking barriers as the first Hong Kong martial arts star to achieve Hollywood success, paving the way for legends like Jackie Chan and Jet Li. His influence extended far beyond film. He transformed the portrayal of Asians in American cinema, leaving an indelible mark on the industry. Without his groundbreaking movies in the 1970s, it's debatable whether martial arts would have resonated with American audiences as powerfully as it has for the last 4 decades. Born in San Francisco's Chinatown in 1940, Lee was raised in Hong Kong, where he was introduced to the film industry by his father. By the age of 18, he had already appeared in 20 films as a child actor. At 18, Lee returned to the United States, where he began teaching martial arts and later starred in a series of influential films, including The Big Boss, Fists of Fury, Way of the Dragon, and Enter the Dragon, which showcased his remarkable talent and charismatic screen presence. Tragically, Bruce Lee's life was cut short on July 26, 1973, just 6 days before the release of Enter the Dragon. He was only 32 years old at the time of his death. The official cause was reported as brain edema resulting from a reaction to prescription painkillers. However, his untimely demise was shrouded in controversy and conspiracy theories. Rumors suggested that the triads had placed a curse on him and his family, while others speculated that a peculiar practice involving electrical muscle stimulation might have contributed to his fatal brain injury. James Dean, 1931-1955. James Dean, an iconic figure known as the Rebel Without a Cause, met a tragic end that cut short his promising life. On September 30th, 1955, Dean was involved in a fatal car crash at the young age of 24. He was driving his Porsche 550 Spider when he collided with another vehicle near Cholame, California. The impact was devastating, and despite efforts to save him, Dean was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. His death came just as he was reaching the pinnacle of his fame, with his most famous film, Rebel Without a Cause, having been released just a year prior. The shock of his passing reverberated throughout Hollywood and his legion of fans, as he had quickly become a symbol of youthful rebellion. In the aftermath of his tragic accident, Dean's death sparked numerous rumors and conspiracies, including speculation about the dangers of fast cars and the influence of celebrity culture on reckless behavior. He was also involved in a controversial legal case surrounding the crash, with some alleging that the other driver was at fault. Dean's untimely demise left an indelible mark on the film industry and popular culture. He became a lasting symbol of the fragility of life and the impact of sudden loss. Posthumously, Dean was nominated for 2 Academy Awards for his performances in East of Eden and Giant, further solidifying his status as a legend. His life and career serve as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and the tragic consequences that can accompany it. Amy Winehouse, 1983-2011. Amy Winehouse, an immensely talented singer-songwriter known for her distinctive blend of jazz, soul, and R&B, tragically passed away at the young age of 27 on July 23, 2011. Despite achieving remarkable success with her powerful voice and critically acclaimed albums, her life was marred by personal struggles, including battles with addiction and mental health issues. Winehouse's untimely death was attributed to alcohol poisoning. Just a few years before her passing, she had garnered widespread recognition and accolades, including multiple Grammy Awards, yet her personal demons overshadowed her talent. In the months leading up to her death, Winehouse's erratic behavior and tumultuous lifestyle were frequently scrutinized by the media, drawing attention to her struggles rather than her artistry. Her death marked a devastating loss for the music world and her fans, igniting conversations about the pressures faced by artists and the importance of mental health awareness. Amy Winehouse's legacy lives on, as she remains a symbol of both extraordinary talent and the tragic consequences of addiction, leaving an indelible mark on music that continues to resonate today. River Phoenix, 1970-1993. River Phoenix, a talented young actor known for his captivating performances, faced a heartbreaking end to his life on October 31, 1993, at the tender age of 23. He had already made a significant impact on Hollywood with roles in films like Stand By Me and Running on Empty, but his promising career was cut short in a tragic manner. On that fateful night, Phoenix was outside the Viper Room in Hollywood, a nightclub owned by Johnny Depp. While with his brother Joaquin and sister Rain, he suddenly collapsed. Despite immediate efforts to rush him to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, he was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The coroner's report revealed that he had fatal levels of cocaine and morphine in his system, indicating a deadly overdose. Phoenix's death shocked fans and the entertainment industry, sparking discussions about the pressures faced by young stars and the dangers of substance abuse. He is remembered not only for his talent, but also as a cautionary tale of the struggles that can accompany fame. His legacy endures through his powerful performances and the impact he made in his brief time in the spotlight. Matthew Perry, 1969-2023. Matthew Perry, best known for his iconic role as Chandler Bing on the beloved sitcom Friends, tragically passed away on October 28, 2023, at the age of 54. His sudden death sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and his legion of fans, as Perry was not only a talented actor, but also a passionate advocate for addiction recovery. Throughout his life, Perry openly discussed his struggles with substance abuse and mental health, using his platform to raise awareness about these critical issues. He sought to help others facing similar challenges, emphasizing the importance of seeking help and finding a path to recovery. His journey resonated with many, making his advocacy efforts all the more impactful. Perry's death, occurring in the context of his ongoing battle with addiction, served as a somber reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by those in the public eye. Tributes poured in from fans and colleagues alike, celebrating his contributions to television and the legacy he leaves behind, not only as an actor, but as a voice for those grappling with addiction. His passing has sparked renewed conversations about the importance of mental health and support systems, ensuring that his influence will continue to be felt long after his departure. Taylor Hawkins, 1972-2022. Taylor Hawkins, the dynamic drummer of the Foo Fighters, passed away on March 25, 2022, at the age of 50, leaving behind a profound sense of loss among fans and fellow musicians alike. His unexpected death shocked the music world, as Hawkins was not only a talented musician, but also a beloved figure known for his vibrant personality and infectious energy on stage. Hawkins's journey with the Foo Fighters began in 1997, and he quickly became an integral part of the band's sound and identity. His drumming was characterized by its power and precision, and he often showcased his vocal talents during live performances, adding a unique flair to the band's repertoire. Hawkins was celebrated for his ability to connect with audiences, bringing joy and excitement to concerts around the globe. His passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from fellow musicians and fans, highlighting the indelible mark he left on rock music. Many spoke of his generous spirit, humor, and passion for music, all of which made him an enduring figure in the industry. In the wake of his death, tributes and celebrations of his life have continued, ensuring that his legacy lives on through his music and the joy he brought to countless people worldwide. Brittany Murphy, 1977-2009. Brittany Murphy appeared in several TV sitcoms and commercials before getting her big break alongside Alicia Silverstone in the hit comedy Clueless. Loosely based on Jane Austen's novel Emma, Clueless garnered critical acclaim and led to Murphy getting major roles in Girl, Interrupted, 8 Mile, Uptown Girls, and Sin City. She also lent her voice talents to Mike Judge's animated TV show King of the Hill and the animated film Happy Feet. On December 20, 2009, Murphy was taken to the hospital after collapsing in her home. She was pronounced dead after going into cardiac arrest. The coroner initially suggested that she died of natural causes, which was difficult for many people to believe at such a young age. Various conspiracy theories emerged that blame her death on various culprits, from toxic mold to murder to harassment by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. The mystery surrounding Murphy's untimely death was only deepened after Murphy's husband, Simon Monjack, died under similar circumstances 5 months later in the same house. Murphy was only 32 years old. Which of these stars touched your life the most? Share your memories in the comments. Thank you for watching.
Hollywood is often viewed as a magical land of fame and fortune. But what happens when the fame turns tragic? Throughout history, many beloved actors have met untimely and often shocking deaths. From horrifying accidents to struggles with addiction, their stories serve as a grim reminder that life in the spotlight can be as dangerous as it is dazzling. Today, we're counting down the 25 worst ways Hollywood actors have died. These stories are heartbreaking, shocking, and sometimes stranger than fiction. Stay tuned. You won't believe some of the fates that befell these stars. 25. Paul Walker. Known for his high-octane performances in the Fast and Furious franchise, Paul Walker's tragic death in a fiery car crash stunned the world in 2013. At a charity event for his organization, Reach Out Worldwide, Paul and his friend Roger Rodas decided to take a spin in a Porsche Carrera GT. Little did they know, it would be their last drive. The car lost control and crashed into a concrete pole, instantly bursting into flames. Both Paul and Roger were killed on impact. At just 40, Paul's sudden death was a heartbreaking reminder of how fleeting life can be, especially when the line between fiction and reality blurs. Walker's death shocked fans, not only because of its violent nature, but because of the tragic irony. His Fast and Furious character, Brian O'Connor, was synonymous with fast cars and dangerous stunts, yet his real-life passion for driving ultimately led to his death. Fans mourned not only the loss of a talented actor, but also a humanitarian who was dedicated to helping others. 24. Heath Ledger. Many still remember the haunting performance Heath Ledger gave as the Joker in The Dark Knight. Tragically, it was one of his last. On January 22, 2008, Heath was found dead in his Manhattan apartment, a victim of an accidental overdose of prescription medications. The news shocked fans and the film industry alike. At just 28, Heath's sudden passing left a gaping hole in Hollywood, especially as he was on the cusp of an even brighter career. Ledger had been dealing with severe insomnia and exhaustion after filming The Dark Knight, and it was reported that he was physically and mentally drained by the role of the Joker. Many speculate that the intense psychological toll the character took on him contributed to his increased reliance on prescription drugs, including painkillers, anti-anxiety medication, and sleeping pills. He posthumously won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest talents of his generation. 23. Brandon Lee. Tragedy struck the Lee family again in 1993 when Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee, died while filming the gothic superhero movie The Crow. During a scene involving a prop gun, a real bullet fragment was accidentally discharged, striking Brandon in the abdomen. He was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. Brandon died at the age of 28, his death eerily echoing the mysterious circumstances of his father's own untimely demise. Brandon Lee's death caused a media firestorm, particularly because it was a freak accident on the set of a film about life and death. The tragedy led to major changes in the way firearms are handled on film sets, and The Crow became a cult classic, partly due to its association with his tragic death. Fans and filmmakers alike were left wondering what kind of career Brandon could have had if his life hadn't been cut short. 22. River Phoenix. River Phoenix was Hollywood's golden boy in the 1980s, beloved for his roles in Stand By Me and My Own Private Idaho. But beneath his innocent image, River struggled with drug addiction. On the night of October 31, 1993, River collapsed outside the Viper Room in Los Angeles, a club partly owned by Johnny Depp. He died of a drug overdose at just 23 years old. His death shocked the industry, as many had no idea he was struggling with addiction. River's death came as a surprise to his fans because he had always projected an image of youthful innocence and was even a role model for young actors. But behind the scenes, River had been battling drug problems for years. The Viper Room became infamous after his death, and Johnny Depp would later distance himself from the club. River's passing served as a reminder of the pressures of Hollywood on young actors and the dangers of substance abuse. 21. Marilyn Monroe. Few deaths have been as steeped in mystery and speculation as that of Marilyn Monroe. The blonde bombshell was found dead in her Los Angeles home on August 5, 1962, from a barbiturate overdose, officially ruled a probable suicide. Marilyn's death at 36 raised countless questions. Was it really an overdose, or something more sinister? Some believe her rumored affairs with powerful figures contributed to her untimely death. Monroe had struggled with depression and drug addiction for years, and her sudden death came at a time when she was said to be on the brink of a career comeback. However, her involvement with figures like John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy has fueled countless conspiracy theories about whether her death was accidental, suicidal, or even murder. Despite the controversy, Marilyn Monroe remains an enduring symbol of beauty, talent, and tragedy. 20. James Dean. James Dean embodied the spirit of rebellious youth in films like Rebel Without a Cause, but his life was tragically cut short in a car crash at just 24 years old. On September 30, 1955, Dean was driving his Porsche 550 Spyder, nicknamed Little Bastard, when he collided with another vehicle. Dean died instantly, his life snuffed out just as his career was taking off. James Dean's death was all the more tragic because he was seen as the next big thing in Hollywood. His brooding performances had captured the imaginations of young fans everywhere. His car, the Little Bastard, has since become part of Hollywood folklore, with some even believing it was cursed due to the accidents that befell other owners of the vehicle. Dean's death immortalized him as a cultural icon of youth rebellion, forever frozen in time as the ultimate cool guy. 19. Natalie Wood. The death of Natalie Wood in 1981 remains one of Hollywood's great unsolved mysteries. The West Side Story actress drowned under suspicious circumstances while on a yacht trip with her husband, Robert Wagner, and actor Christopher Walken. Officially ruled an accidental drowning, many believe foul play was involved, and new investigations into her death have kept the mystery alive for decades. Wood's death has been the subject of numerous documentaries, books, and theories, with some pointing to the strained relationship between her and Wagner as a possible motive for foul play. Witnesses on nearby boats claim to have heard screams the night she died, and in 2018, Wagner was named a person of interest in the case, though no charges have ever been filed. Despite the mystery, Natalie Wood remains remembered for her contributions to film, particularly for her iconic roles in Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story. 18. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman was one of the most respected actors of his generation, known for his roles in films like Capote and The Master. But behind his success, Hoffman struggled with addiction. In February 2014, he was found dead in his New York City apartment from a heroin overdose. He was 46 years old, and his death shocked both his colleagues and his fans. Hoffman had been sober for over 2 decades, but relapsed shortly before his death. His passing brought the issue of addiction in Hollywood to the forefront, especially as it highlighted the difficulty of maintaining sobriety in the high-pressure environment of fame. His death was a devastating loss to the acting community, as Hoffman was widely considered one of the finest actors of his generation, earning multiple awards and nominations throughout his career. 17. Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy's death in December 2009 left Hollywood reeling. Known for her roles in Clueless and 8 Mile, she was just 32 years old when she died under mysterious circumstances in her Los Angeles home. The initial cause of death was reported as pneumonia, but toxicology reports revealed a cocktail of prescription medications in her system. The tragedy deepened when her husband, Simon Monjack, died in a similar manner just 5 months later, sparking conspiracy theories. Murphy's sudden death shocked her fans and the film industry, especially given her young age and the strange circumstances surrounding both her and Monjack's passing. Some speculate that mold in their home may have played a role in their deaths, while others suspect foul play, given the strange details and inconsistent reports. Brittany's once promising career was tragically cut short, and the unanswered questions about her death only add to the heartbreak. 16. Robin Williams. Robin Williams was one of the most beloved comedians and actors in Hollywood, known for his work in films like Good Will Hunting, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Dead Poets Society. His death by suicide in August 2014 shocked the world. Williams had been privately battling Lewy body dementia, a devastating disease that affects thinking, movement, and mood. His tragic death at age 63 shined a light on the silent battles that many people face, even those who bring so much joy to others. Robin Williams' death was a profound loss not only for his fans, but for the world at large. Behind his public persona as a high-energy comedian and actor, he was grappling with severe depression and a debilitating neurological disease. The revelation that he had been suffering from Lewy body dementia shed light on the challenges faced by those dealing with mental and physical illnesses. Williams' legacy as an entertainer is enduring, but his death remains a sobering reminder of the struggles many face in silence. 15. John Belushi. John Belushi, the wild and energetic comedian known for Saturday Night Live and Animal House, died of a drug overdose in March 1982. At just 33 years old, Belushi's death was a grim reflection of the dangerous lifestyle he had been leading. His death at the Chateau Marmont Hotel in Los Angeles sent shockwaves through Hollywood and became a cautionary tale about the toll that fame and excess can take. Belushi's death was a major blow to the comedy world, as he was considered one of the most influential and original comedic talents of his generation. His addiction to cocaine and heroin had been an open secret in Hollywood, but many had hoped he would get the help he needed. His passing became a tragic symbol of the era's drug culture, and his legacy as a comedic genius remains overshadowed by his untimely demise. 14. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, the martial arts legend and international film star, died mysteriously in 1973 at the age of 32. The official cause of death was cerebral edema, but conspiracy theories have swirled ever since. Some believe he was poisoned, others claim it was an allergic reaction to a painkiller, while others link his death to a curse that supposedly followed the Lee family. Whatever the cause, Bruce Lee's death was a devastating loss to the world of martial arts and cinema. Lee's death came at the height of his fame, just before the release of his iconic film, Enter the Dragon. His sudden death in Hong Kong shocked the world, and speculation about the true cause of his death has never stopped. Some have pointed to his intense physical regimen, while others have delved into more mystical explanations involving curses or rivalries within the martial arts world. Despite the mystery surrounding his death, Bruce Lee's influence on cinema and martial arts remains unparalleled. 13. Sharon Tate. Sharon Tate's brutal murder in 1969 remains one of the most horrifying tragedies in Hollywood history. Tate, who was 8 months pregnant at the time, was killed by members of the Manson family cult. The attack, which also claimed the lives of 4 others, took place in her own home. The horrifying nature of her death, at just 26 years old, shocked the world and cemented Charles Manson's place in infamy. Tate's murder became a symbol of the cultural upheaval of the 1960s and the dark undercurrent that ran through the counterculture movement. She was a rising star, married to famed director Roman Polanski, and her death cut